Well, Trump has proven to be a consummate showman with the ability to steer the news wherever he wants on an almost daily basis. But one website popular with his followers may be steering him. CNN's Phil Mattingly explains.
It's been a cozy relationship from the beginning.
I will not let you down. You will be very, very impressed, I hope. And I think we'll be speaking a lot. But
Donald Trump and Alex Jones, the conservative conspiracy theorist and operator of the website InfoWars, which seems to be a place where Trump gets a lot of his information. Jones can take credit for spearheading some of the most outrageous theories on the internet, from claims that 9/11 was a government conspiracy to the Sandy Hook shooting being faked. Jones' theories reach tens of millions each month and are now often echoed by the next president of the United States. Take President Obama's birth.
Trump comes along and said, birth certificate. He gave a birth certificate. Whether or not that was a real certificate, because a lot of people question it, I certainly question it.
Obama as the leader of ISIS.
ISIS is honoring President Obama. He is the founder of ISIS.
Questioning the death of Supreme Court Justice Antonin Scalia.
They say they found a pillow on his face, which is a pretty unusual place to find a pillow.
And Ted Cruz's father's role in the death of John F. Kennedy.
His father was with Lee Harvey Oswald prior to Oswald's being, shot.
When Jones posted this video entitled An Emergency Message to Donald Trump during the campaign,
I am going to ask you to seriously think about making the issue of Hillary's election fraud in the primaries one of the central issues to defeating her in November.
Trump had this to say a day later.
And I'm afraid the election's going to be rigged, I have to be honest, because I think my side was rigged.
And in the wake of the election, Jones pushing a theory that despite the vote totals, Trump actually won the popular vote.
Millions of illegals voting, at least 5 states being stolen for Hillary. We're talking 5, 6, 7, 8 million people more voting for Trump, if you look at the evidence, in the popular vote than did.
And Trump tweeting just 4 days later, quote, in addition to winning the Electoral College in a landslide, I won the popular vote if you deduct the millions of people who voted illegally.
I'll tell you, it is surreal to talk about issues here on air and then word for word hear Trump say it 2 days later. It is amazing.
And the issue of where the president-elect is actually getting his information has been a particularly vexing one for both Democrats and Republicans, raising no shortage of concerns. Here's one kind of primary example: intelligence briefings. Now, the vice president-elect, Mike Pence, has been, as described to me by one advisor, a voracious consumer of intelligence, attending briefings on a very regular basis, trying to stay in the loop and learn a lot of things that obviously, as a member of Congress or governor of Indiana, he simply wasn't privy to. The president-elect? Not so much. Hasn't attended many of those presidential daily briefings, despite the fact he has full access to them. Now, the president-elect's advisors make clear he gets information from several different sources. Where those sources actually come from, though, that's the big question. Those same advisors, they also make clear the president-elect is going to start changing his ways. Just on Tuesday morning, he sat down for the presidential daily brief with top U.S. intelligence officials, something we expect to see a lot more in the future. Phil Mattingly, CNN, New York.